Welcome to the swamp. No trip to Louisiana would be complete without a guided tour of one of its signature natural features. That's right, welcome to the swamp. Louisiana is host to the Mississippi River Delta, which drains water from more than 24 million acres of territory across 7 states that comprise the lower Mississippi River watershed, extending all the way from southern Illinois to the Gulf of Mexico. Despite its relatively small size, the state of Louisiana contains almost half of all the wetlands in the southern United States. So what exactly is a swamp? A swamp is an area of land that is saturated with water at all times, often referenced as a marsh. It's different from bayous, which are slow-moving or stagnant bodies of water that are often an offshoot of a river or a lake. Both are lush, biodiverse, and you can take tours of each. While Katie and I were in Lafayette, we booked a 45-minute swamp boat tour from Champagne Swamp Tours in the community of Breaux Ridge, which was about a half-an-hour drive from where we were staying. The community is situated on the beautiful Lake Martin Cypress Island Preserve Swamp, which is where our adventure took place. A quick note: if you're using a driving service such as Lyft, which we did, you will want to make sure that you book a two-way trip, as there are far fewer drivers available in the rural parts of the state. We arrived 15 minutes early and were first greeted by owner Brian Champagne's friendly dog Buddy, a Catalua leopard dog whose breed is native to Louisiana. Buddy excitedly escorted us inside, where we met Brian, friendly and knowledgeable host who took the time to answer our many questions, including ones about a baby alligator in the aquarium. Champagne's has operated for more than 2 decades and features swamp boats, kayaks, and canoes. If you have a small bladder, fear not. Champagne's has the only restrooms on Lake Martin. If the company's history and amenities weren't enough to convince us, we knew we were in the right place when we walked around the dock and saw an alligator right across from the boat launch area. When our tour time rolled around, we were joined by a family of 3 visiting from Switzerland, and our tour guide/driver, Brandon, who knew the area like the back of his hand, having grown up in the community. Despite touring in December, Katie and I were comfortable in jeans and hoodies, although our European friends opted for light jackets. While the off-season means cooler weather, we had only 6 people in a boat that easily held 20. This helped us to get some really good angles for photos and videos. Zigzagging in the narrow channels of the swamp was like being in an alien world. We were surrounded by cypress and other swamp trees, eerily reaching out from the water, branches laden with Spanish moss. It is unlike anything we've ever experienced before, a unique ecosystem teeming with wildlife. Despite cooler temperatures, we encountered a number of alligators, either swimming or lounging on the many fallen logs that we encountered. Turtles were everywhere, sometimes up to 10 per log. If one plopped into the water, the others closely followed, like amphibious dominoes. Birds were plentiful, from cranes to herons, and ibises to cormorants, and yes, there were birds of prey as well. Katie and I both agreed that Champagne Swamp Boat Tours was the highlight of our trip to Louisiana. The experience was phenomenal, and the movies and pictures that we took were memories that will last a lifetime. We parted Champagne's with some souvenirs and cold beverages from the fridge, and bid Brian, Brandon, and Buddy adieu. Thanks for the memories, guys.